Welcome to Secrets to Win Big with Arjun Sen, a 5-minute podcast highlight about my discussion with Professor Partha P. Chakrabarti, PPC, former director of IIT Kharagpur, India. Currently, PPC is a recognized, renowned, world-famous faculty of computer science and engineering in the same institution. PPC's sharing in the podcast can be simply described by the following words: profoundly inspiring, yet very simple. Some of the concepts and the one-liners that PPC shared were literally life changers, and that's the reason I really encourage you strongly to listen to this particular podcast. So what PPC shared, I broke it into two areas to make it two episodes. The first one is, how do you find that big opportunity? PPC talks about simply pause and see what everyone in the team is talking about. It can be done, because that's where the big wins are there. The secret of doing it can be done is the path to the big wins. Secondly, we all know that every idea is not a plan. Until you accomplish it successfully, there's no results. And that's the part where PPC really pushed us on this continuous, repetitive, sustained success by saying, achieve to your heart's content. So that would be the second podcast, which focuses more on how to achieve the plans to get to big wins. Here are some of the key nuggets that really are my favorites from this podcast. To start with, PPC came right out of the bat and talked about mediocrity is never eulogized. It's excellence that we celebrate, which means from day one, we really must believe in ourselves that we can make an impact, we can come up with a big win, and that is what is celebrated. Second, PPC pushes that finding what cannot be done is worth doing. So many of us, so many times live in this world, we just do not try to do something because it can be done. But just behind that is a big opportunity and a big success. The very fact it cannot be done has been said over and over again. If we challenge it, why not me? Why can't I do it? That's where the big success lies. Next, he talked about be fearless in your idea generation. This I really reflected on, and what I felt was ideas are the beginning of the pipeline. Okay? If the ideas phase, the pipeline is narrow, you have fewer choices later. And ideas don't cost us anything. So being fearless in the idea generation phase helps us look at all bigger concepts. And that, I felt, was a big first step in this whole journey. Then PPC mentioned be impatiently patient and patiently impatient. He talked about this balance. My take on this was, be always patient, but at the same time impatient. Patience is a calmness. Impatience is the urge to move forward. Having the blend, and the perfect blend for the person, each one of us is different. The perfect blend for us at different times is different. That was another amazing nugget from PPC. And then he talked about 3 parts to effort. First is you have to put the right effort, which is the best effort. You have to see the problem, and that's where technical, functional competence comes in. Second is harmonious effort. How do you align with the key leaders in the team? And then resonating effort is together and aligned to make yourself heard, to make an impact, make the big splash. And one of the parts that PPC really emphasized when I asked a follow-up question about harmonious effort, harmonious does not mean settling. Harmonious means aligning with leaders, putting voices together, building something bigger together. Again, these were some of the incredible nuggets shared by PPC. I encourage all of you to listen to both these podcasts. Again, these are very inspiring, but they're very simple concepts. Please subscribe to the podcast. You can find it at Apple Podcast, Google Play, or you can even go to zenmango.com and choose your favorite way to access podcasts. It's truly a pleasure to bring these to you at Secrets to Win Big with Arjun Sen. It's my pleasure and pride to bring you how to get to big wins from leaders all over the world and all walks of life.